88.5 Soufriere FM presents House Guest, a brand new, fresh fortnightly feature airing on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. House Guest will showcase a cadre of professionals from doctors and entrepreneurs to the next door friendly neighbor. So tune in as we network the community with a platform for open, frank, and informative discussion. Only on Soufriere FM, your community radio station.
And of course, it's now that time for House Guest, 10 after 10. It's Office Solution Eastern Caribbean. And with me, Mr. Harold Dalsan, the chairman of the Soufriere Marine Management Organization. And like I said, I am in the company of a beautiful young lady as well, a Canadian volunteer. Good morning. Welcome to this discussion. And thank you to you for joining us here. You will introduce yourself. However, good morning and a special welcome to Soufriere and, of course, by extension, beautiful island of St. Lucia.
Good morning. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Yes, sorry, Mr. Dalsan, but ladies first. Just our listening audience, tell us a little about who you are and what's your visit here all about.
Sure. So my name is Kat, and I am coming from the east coast of Canada in Nova Scotia. And my visit here is to gain a little bit of work experience from the SMMA under the guidance of Mr. Dalsan here. I'm hoping to design a database to help understand the kind of information about the marine space here so that we can use that to better inform historical trends and funding reports and that sort of thing. And then hopefully write a few articles for the website. So it'll be a full summer.
Nice. So far, what have you learned?
Oh gosh, it's been a full couple of days. I just arrived here on Sunday. And so I think the thing that I've learned most here already is that the folks are very welcoming, very warm. And I really appreciate how safe and just welcomed and invited into the community everyone has made me feel so far.
Nice. And Mr. Dalsan, I trust, has been treating you well?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much for that. To you, Mr. Dalsan, a special welcome. As we earlier discussed, the last time you were here, we spoke of an initiative, well, a number of initiatives, but this one is in terms of the disposable waste bins. Let us know how has that been in terms of the community. We saw heavy rainfalls put a damper, especially the Palmits area near the factory. It was not the best of sight for sure at that time. So I'm assuming it is because of the improper disposal of waste. And too often we see these things being carried into the Soufriere Bay, where we have continuously tried to emphasize on what happens, especially on the reef, the reach to reef approach and all of those sort of things, again, affecting marine life.
Well, good morning. Nice to be on House Guest this morning again. It's a pleasure to be here. Let me just say a little bit about Kat. Yeah, she's from Canada, right? She is an intern. Every year we do get at the SMMA requests for students to come down and share and gain experience with us. And for some reason she chose the SMMA. As to how she got to know about the SMMA, I don't know. But she's welcomed, and we want to make her stay comfortable. She's going to be here with us for 4 months. And indeed, I can tell you we are very excited because she's coming with a skill set, so talent. She's qualified in sustainable
development.
Development. She has a degree in anthropology. Mm-hmm. She has a degree in linguistics. And so she has it all. So we are going to utilize her talent as much as possible to help enhance and move the SMMA forward. And as she said, an area that I've always wanted to undertake and develop, that of data collection and data analysis and presenting of data. The data I'm talking about, recording of who came by boat, who came by sea, who came on yacht, where they come from. That is important, especially when you're doing project proposal. And as an organization, you need to know for history, how many people came this year, how many came last year, and you match it against how much money you actually made. So you know when you want to put moorings, where is the most popular dive site, and so on. So she's doing that. She's also very versed in the technology, our online platforms. She is going to do some work with it for us, and that one we are so happy. She's going to write articles, keep our website updated, our Facebook page updated. She's going to be doing that. And something else you're going to be doing is what's it? There was a third thing that you will be doing. I'll tell you as we go along, right? She'll be writing articles and publish them and doing stuff like that. So going back to your question with respect to the garbage, the issue was that we have the international garbage coming into Port Soufriere, and international garbage, you have specific regulations governing how you handle international garbage. By international garbage, I mean garbage coming from the yachts, garbage coming from the small cruise ships that come into Soufriere. The law says that garbage must never, ever be mixed with domestic garbage. Why? That kind of garbage may be coming with all kinds of invasive species, all kinds of types of bacteria affecting plants, affecting animals, so you have to treat it separately. That garbage must be really quarantined and taken to the dump site in a special container, and at the dump site it has to be burnt or buried. It must never be mixed. Now, I had a meeting with the boat boys and I was explaining that to them. Some of them don't understand because they believe I taking the dollar away from them, but that's not the case. The case is bigger than that. We have the African snail. How did it get here? It could have been on a yacht. We have the iguana invasive species. How did it get here? It could have come here on a boat or on something. We had COVID. How did COVID get here? We don't know. It could be a visitor. It could be on a boat. It could be on some item somebody threw. So the laws are there. So we have to wait for. What have we done? I called Solid Waste, and a lady from Solid Waste came down, and we are looking for a site. Because what I promised the boat boys is that we are going to get an area where when they pick up the garbage from the yachts, they can secure it, and then we will take the responsibility. When I say we, together with the foundation, because Miss George was part of the discussion. So, and then we are going to put it in a specialized container, and we are going to dump it for them, so that they will make their livelihood. And at the same time, we are going to be protecting the Soufriere from outside from all of those viruses that are around, and all of these endangered species, that not endangered, those invasive species that are around from coming into the country. We are looking, there are two little huts at the waterfront. The lady suggested that if we can use it now to put specialized bins that can be locked. You go to Bryson Company and you make them do it for you. They showed us another site, but there is a little shack on that site. It will have to be removed and then build a hut, properly contained. And we are looking at these options at this point in time, but we are doing something about it.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Regarding the aspect of the garbage disposal, as much as you made mention of the yachts, boat boys, whatever it is, but I think initially the public needs to be educated as well in terms of the proper garbage disposal. So it would not only what happens in terms of the improper waste does not only speak to on water with boat boys, but in the community on a whole.
Yes, but I was referring specifically to your question, which dealt with marine. International garbage. Yes. In terms of the community, we have had one meeting. We had one meeting by Alvin up at Market Road. We invited the entire community. The boat boys were there. Some of them came, some of them did not come. And somebody from both SLASPA and the tourism, they spoke at length on that particular issue, explaining to the community, to them, those who were the importance of managing international garbage properly. The other area of relating to garbage is that of the water quality. Our water quality is bad, And if I have to tell you the truth, I will not go and bathe in the sea, nowhere in Soufriere. And that's putting it mildly. And we have statistical data to prove it. We have been doing water quality monitoring for the past 3 to 4 years. And the research indicated that the water quality in Soufriere is terribly bad. Now, the problem is, do we go out there and just say to everybody, don't go and bathe in the sea? Because if we do that, it's the truth. We tell them the truth, you go at your own risk, but at the same time, the negative impact. The reality is that water quality, not only in Soufriere, but throughout the region, in some areas, you just cannot bathe. The thing about Soufriere is there are times when the water is very clear. It's very clear. You can see everything under the water. It's clear, which means that the current has taken all the pollution, all the effluent away from that area. So if you see it in that way, then you probably can jump in. But there are times it's milky, murky, dirty, and that's the time you should not put your children in that kind of water. How do we control that? It is coming from the homes, from the households, from sinks, from basins, from washing machines. Just imagine all of these things going to the river, and then they all end up in the sea. So you can imagine what it is. But there are some things that we can do. We can use the garbage disposal collection system that we have. Because people, if you go in the river right now, you will see old stove, you will see old refrigerators, you will see old sinks, you will see almost anything. And if we are disciplined, and I hope that program will allow me to reach to at least one person. If you are going to be dumping something in the river or in the drain or in a ravine, please put it in a bag or put it by the road. Let the truck. We have a very good collection system in Soufriere. Let the truck collect the garbage and dump it in if you for at the site, because you are going to be helping. You don't know that's what you are doing when you do that, but you will be helping improve our water quality. And the water quality in Soufriere, not that we're drinking water quality, but the water quality, the marine water quality. Poor marine water quality destroys coral. Fish can't thrive in poor water quality environment. It just can't. I don't know if you want to say something about it from your experience in Canada.
That's an excellent point. Yes, we've experienced it in different ways. I think for us, it's more on the overfishing side of things in terms of fish, but we do also see a lot of pollution on our end as well, and maintaining those garbage sites is really critically important in Canada as well.
Yeah. So there you are. It's not only us; it's everywhere. Canada has the same problem.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do? Are we going to make it impossible for us to bathe in the sea? You know?
I think as much as possible is creating an awareness for persons to really know certain things are not acceptable, and maybe if there should be a lot of signage as well, especially those that would say you would be fined for such and such, and maybe persons will want to at least take a few things into perspective as well. If they know they're going to be fined for certain things, I doubt they will want to continue the practice.
Yes, the legislation is there, the law is there, the penalty is already there. It's a matter of enforcement. Who's going to enforce? You understand? The policemen are already overwhelmed with what they are doing, fighting crime and so on. And then to give them the added responsibility of having to go and monitor who's throwing a bucket in the river or in a drain, it's going to be add-on responsibilities. It's more of an issue of we educating ourselves and we understanding and appreciating that if we throw anything in the drain, it will end up in the sea. And when these things go in the sea, it will affect the fishermen, it will affect the tourists that we are trying to develop to generate income for us. It will affect our own lives. Because when we go and bathe, there are many people who go and bathe in the sea and they come back with eye infection, nose infection. And they got it because some people believe that the sea, nothing thrives, bacteria don't thrive there. That's what they believe. No. Just like you have bacteria on a dead pig, you have bacteria that will live in the seawater. And when you go there, these bacteria get inside of you and infect you. So it's a matter of understanding that little things that we do, we do not understand the deeper implications of it down the road. And one of them is dumping things in. The other thing that happens, you kill our fish stock. You kill the turtle. How many times have you seen turtles with a plastic bottle and stuck in their mouth? You have pictures of that. We have had incidents where we have to go and rescue turtles. They got tied up in old pieces of nets, and they cannot move. So what are we doing? We have to think and have a new mindset towards water quality in particular. Along the Fongejac River, how many pig farms you have along on the river bank? Every time somebody wants to start a pig farm, the first place they choose, the river bank. What happens? The effluent from the pig farm goes in the ravine in the sea, and what happens to us when we go there? These are realities that we have to deal with. The farmers in the north, in the interior, the farm, then the rain falls, and then the loose soil, sedimentation goes into the sea and chokes the coral, destroys the coral. No coral, no fish. As simple as simple as that. Surprisingly, in the research, we found out that the potholes we have, is a major contributor to poor water quality, sedimentation. Because you have a small pothole, it gets bigger and bigger. The soil, the silt that was in that, where did it go? It went down the drain when it rained and into the sea. So there are many contributing factors, not just human behavior, but infrastructural construction. Some people are in construction. Where does the construction waste go to? They're doing something by the church there. If it rains, everything, the cement and the residue, everything goes into the sea. No traps.
Wow.
You have people with restaurants, the oil and the whatever, and the whatever it is, the runoff from the kitchen goes straight into the sea. So
I am baffled, I must say, at that time. And I welcome such a dialogue. And this is where I think a specific program need to be put together as well to bring across, all those valid points, concerns, to see how best they can be addressed, for sure. A lot of persons are listening and they might be of the same view that I didn't know that really is the situation in the Bay, that anything you do and you do not address it will pose, that negative impact, for sure. So let's hope today would be that change for each and every one of us, and let's take it on our own and be each other's keeper as well. If somebody is actually disposing of garbage or anything else they may do to affect, our ecosystem as well, let's just tell them, no, it is improper. Put it in the trash. You cannot do such and such, and let's support the cause to keep our environment clean and all those different things as well. If you're just joining us, hey, good morning to you. 27 minutes after the hour, Mr. Harold Dalsan, chairman of the Soufriere Marine Management Organization, and of course we have Kat here with us from the western side of Canada, that is. Mr. Dalsan, I think it's very, very critical, and I'm really happy you've had quite a few concerns with the SMMA and bringing a lot of things to light as well. You spoke about the water quality. We do not want to present the wrong information to persons that, okay, you're saying the water quality is bad and we cannot be in there and this and that, but then all those things can be corrected, for sure. Also, you may want to speak to persons who are not really familiar, especially our fishmongers, in terms of the seaweed we saw present, a few weeks ago as well.
The sargassum.
Seaweed.
The sargassum is something we basically have no control over. Where does it come from? I did some research and I watched a YouTube program and they said it was coming from the Sargassum Sea, which is a sea in, I believe, in the Middle East or in Asia. Mm-hmm. And because of heavy farming and fertilization, which then runs into the sea, it provides nutrients for that grass that has been there, that seagrass. So these things grow at a rapid rate. And when they grow too big and too congested, then they begin to break off. Also, not only from they said some from the Orinoco River, that's I think in Venezuela, Guyana, somewhere there. That river also has sargassum, and all of the agricultural activities fertilize those plants, and then when they move along with the current. Now, some people believe that it provides a shade for fish and they can have a good catch there. No, it destroys the quality of marine life at the same time. the we Kate is going to be writing something about it sometime later down the road. She's doing some research to give us a better analysis of what is it all about, what it can do. I'm not too familiar with the extent to which it can cause damage to, but if you go to Poilin or Miku, and the stench that you take when they land and they begin to ferment and decompose, and the smell that and the nuisance it creates for the community. So it is something that we are aware of. I know in some countries they have mechanisms, they have equipment that can just go and rip it off, rig it off from the sea, and then I don't know if they process it. At one time in St. Lucia, it was claimed that they were generating fertilizer and making fertilizer out of it. I don't know how that is going, whether it was scientific, or is it an area that needs more research to see what can it be used for.
Okay, we know also that time is always against us. Advance Father's Day greetings to you. This is an opportunity to maybe tell us on in terms of Father's Day and a Fisherman's Feast as well.
Okay, the time, whenever I come here, the time is always short. Yes. Let me just wish every father happy Father's Day. Let me also wish the mothers who are fathers. There are many mothers who are fathers. A single mother is a single father because she's the only one in the house, the breadwinner, doing everything. The father is absent. So those people, we want to wish them happy Father's Day, even if you are the mother. The irony is, I always laugh at it. Whenever it's Mother's Day, there's a big hype, and you see in the show windows nice flowers and nice dresses. But whenever it's Father's Day, I just watched something last night on TV, and Father's Day, and what are they promoting? A weed eater, or in the show window is a wheelbarrow for Father's Day. Something tools. Go and work. So, but that's not the point. I think the understanding is that the father traditionally has always been the breadwinner. That is changing in Soufriere. No, the father is no longer the breadwinner.
To an extent.
Okay, let's look at it. We go to Massy. How many males you see working there? Go to the banks. Go to the credit unions. Go to the gas stations. Go to the small shops. Go even in driving. So right now, the father is not the breadwinner. The mother, most cases, mothers are the breadwinners in most of these communities. If you go to the hotels, Anshasni, Sugar Beach, the ratio, men to women, male to female, right? So I want to wish all of them happy Father's Day. I don't know what activities the Father's Day committee has organized in terms of social activity. It's always a day that we have our little dance and so on for fathers. With respect to Fisherman's Feast this year, the SMMA is collaborating with the Fisheries Complex to give the fishermen a very good Fisherman's Day. And I had a meeting with them yesterday. Yesterday it was?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. We had a meeting with them, and they gave me the program. So I just mentioned on Monday, they have an activity where they're going to be having some doctors coming around, and the fishermen, it's your time to go and check a doctor, because you don't know what you have. You check your prostate, check your pressure, check vitals and so on. So it might be a good So it might be a good thing for them to go there on Monday. On Wednesday is a games night, and on Wednesday we have a domino competition. We have a domino competition. To participate in will be the fishermen, the water taxi, the boat boys, the association, and the women's group. We have good prizes. The winner will go home with $1,000. The second place will go with $700. The third place will go with $500. You get your money the following day at the SMMA. On the Thursday, the SMMA with the cooperative, we have organized a special luncheon for all the elder fishermen who no longer fish. They are at home. Some of them are sick. Some of them have been forgotten. So we will pick them up and drop them at Sugar Beach, and then they will have a nice lunch. And there'll be no alcohol. I want to tell them that there'll be no alcohol. because I know fishermen like their little gog, their little drink. So we will do that for them. And then on the Saturday night, the fishermen, there will be the mass in the morning. And then the nighttime, we have the big country and western fishermen's dance.
Nice. Just before we leave, we have a show in Xavier. True, it will affect everyone at the end of the day. We have Conrad. Fathers need to be pampered too. I agree with that as well, for sure. I would love to keep you here up until, but unfortunately, time is against us. How would you like to close this discussion?
It's fantastic to be here. I'm so grateful to be able to spend the next 4 months here in Soufriere, and looking forward to getting to know the community a little bit more.
Definitely. On that note, I will bring you back for more discourse, and again, we'll have enough time to chat.
Okay, I just want to once again welcome her. I want the community to treat her like one of us. She's not a tourist. She's here assisting. We're not paying her. She's doing voluntary work. She's going to be working with us to assist the SMMA to improve. And I want to thank all the users of the sea, all the people who are engaged in tourism, marine tourism related activities. I want to wish them all the best. I want to wish all the fishermen happy Fisherman's Feast. It was a pleasure to be here, and we look forward to come back again. I have a host of things to talk about, because one of the things that we need to do as an SMMA is to talk to the people. If they don't know what we are doing, people will speculate. And I am not afraid of going out there and telling them the truth. Sometimes the hard truth, but you have to say it so that the community can embrace. There is something they call friend raising. There is fundraising and friend raising. Friend raising is when you go out and you try to raise funds. So our organization, the SMMA, we are on a program of friend raising friends with people, the hotels, the fishermen, the boat boys, the taxi drivers. That's what we are doing right now.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Dalsan. With that being said, I know definitely I have to bring you back, because we've not even touched on your trip to Hawaii, just to let us know what exactly, took place and what you learned from that, and you intend to imply in the day-to-day operations of the SMMA. But like I said, we will bring you back definitely, so I can keep the other guests waiting. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure thus far. We will definitely bring you back for more discussions. Thank you so much, Kat. It's been a pleasure as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.